So I've said I'm nervous for this film and whether they'll be able to do it justice. One of the things that gives me hope for this is that Doom in the comics is a very different villain to any of the villains that we've seen on screen so far. So ultimately the villain is a problem for the protagonist to overcome. Now, if you keep on presenting the same sort of problem, you end up telling the same sort of story over and over again. Doom in the comic books is a very different sort of problem to what these characters have had to face in other films. He is less physically imposing, less physically challenging. Certainly couldn't have taken all the Avengers in the fight normally in the comics, which is why I'm kind of confused by all these trailers. But he's ambitious and he's intelligent and he manages to work himself into positions of power and influence within stories. And that's what makes him threatening. And that's what means that stories appear where he's not the main villain, he becomes the main villain because of the way he exercises his ambition within that story. That would be really interesting. I think a character who was charismatic and intelligent and dangerous, not because of how much power he had, but because of the way he was able to exert influence within a story. That would be super exciting. A very different sort of story to what we've seen beforehand, or at least a different take on the kind of threats that we've shown these characters before. I'm concerned they're not going to go that route because they want to go for spectacle, because they want to bring new viewers in. But I, you know, remain open to being surprised. Hopefully they get it right.